having the eyes painted and everything like that. That is, I'm not gonna say it didn't happen with other people and everything, but that is kind of a Native American. Welcome back, everyone. This is Panicker and GreyWolfs, and we are back with some more Ancient Cities. Don't forget to slap the mess out of that like button, hit that bell for notifications, and you'll know each and every time we post a video. And upon reaching 250 subscribers, one lucky subscriber will get a free hat, shirt, and a $100 gift card from GreyWolfs. So let's get back into our game. So when we last left off, we were building our wall here. Had a few people who have passed on, so we had to make sure we have plenty of grave sites for them to be taken care of in the afterlife. So our people are out doing their thing. We are building these reed huts now to get them up to replace a lot of these straw huts that we have, the little small ones. We can look at our supplies real quick, see how we're doing. Still hurting on food a little bit. Still got to get this meat and stuff dried out. We are currently in fall, so we got to make sure that our people get enough food, and it says we need about another 45 reed. Maybe we'll have enough to finish everything out. So we're looking at 13 males, 18 females, 6 children, 19 adults, and 6 elderly. And there's all of our people there. All the jobs that we currently have in place. Right now everything's holding. Alright, our meat is dried. They're still picking up a lot of straw. So let's go to our gatherers real quick and let's bring that straw. We'll bring the straw down and keep it around 50. That way they'll concentrate more on the other things that we need. Alright, so now we can create big reed huts. So these are the big reed huts. They hold up to 7 people with 30% service to sleep. Our littler ones will only do 16 at 5 people. So we'll do a big reed hut here eventually to be like our main hall. But around this initial campfire right here that we started up, we're going to just do the little reed huts all the way around ones. So let's look at the people overall. Mostly happy tribe at 94%. Some complain of the work. Another 26, 16, excuse me, I can't count. Another 16 there on the reed, and that hut will be finished. We might take a little bit of time off and see if we can't get our people to get a bigger stockpile of that up before we start on the next one. Sun setting in our little village, and probably need to put one on food, one on fishery. Not doing too good on food. The only thing we have right now is the fish until we start growing our own, which I think is something we need to start investing in very soon, to start growing our own food so that way we don't run out. Yeah, let's go wheat crop and flaxseed. Again, probably 2 things that we can only get in the summertime, but we're going to go ahead and leave them there so we don't forget about them next time around. And we are really kicking off with the hazelnuts and a few other things that we have found. Roots, hazelnut, mushroom. And we have one person that has passed away as well. This reed hut's still not finished. Needs 2 more in reed. Doing good on the fishing. Some of our tribes people here hanging out around the campfire. Like 2 of our younger members here. Our reed hut looks like it's finally finished. How are we looking like on reed? We got 1 reed so far. So housing should not be an issue right now. Don't really think it is. I think we have more than enough housing. What are these? 5? That's 15 there. That's a little bit less than half the population just within these 3. There's a few little things of reed that we have. That's a 14 right now. A little bit of meat, a little bit of fish, a lot of hazelnuts. Looks like somebody here is working on the reed. They're gathering it up there. So I don't see any flour or anything of that nature yet that we set up to gather. This time frame, these walls wouldn't be this big. They wouldn't cover this much area. I just did it because we were trying to use this entire area for ourselves. However, it's not all cut off. I haven't completely taken it to the river on either side yet, but we eventually probably will, and we'll probably end up attaching another wall on the outside of this for, you know, more housing or farmland or something of that nature as well too. Sun rising above our village here. Alright, so there's our group of migrants. And I figured there would be somebody coming. Alright, 33 on fencing, and we got 1 on fishing. That's some knowledge as well. Charles with the craftsman. What do we got here? Face. Okay. Let's do a few of those then. Let's change that to 10. And it's because we don't have any flint core yet. We got to go back to our gatherers and have them pick up some flint core and grab some bone as well. And we are going to have to get rid of at least these 2 in order to set up our next reed hut, but I want to get a little bit closer to 75 before we do that. I don't want anybody to be without shelter for a long period of time. They are definitely clearing out this reed that it was right here at the end of the path. As you can see, they're cutting it all down. So that means I'll start having to get reed from other places further down the riverbank here, but there's plenty of it as you see. A little bit of repairs on that hut there. All will go bad, of course, after an amount of time. Food's doing a little bit better. Of course, we're getting out of winter. Didn't have snow this time around. That's kind of different. Last few times we've been getting snow, but this time we didn't. So looks like the path here. Just trying to follow the path, see where people are going, and get an idea of what they're looking for out there, and maybe see 1 or 2 of them. Right out here is our grave sites, right along our roadway, right there. Yeah, it's pretty much set up. That's it. Ain't that much really going on at the moment. We do have a few things just laying around out here by the tents, as we seen earlier. So, like, looking at a couple of their hair, face, and everything that I can see, having the eyes painted and everything like that, that is, I'm not gonna say it didn't happen with other peoples and everything, but that is kind of a Native American thing that's used, that a lot of the Plains natives used. Pawnee, Cheyenne, a few others. I think that's pretty cool. Even though we're technically in Europe, the face paint, of course, I'm pretty sure that the native tribes that once inhabited Europe and all did pretty much the same thing as well. It's amazing that, yes, granted, we have to go back 30 generations, maybe, well, I'm pretty sure further than that, but our people, well, you know, our ancestors, this is how they lived. This is a commonplace thing for them. It's just amazing how far we have come as a you know, the human race has come since these times. You're looking at a span of about 10,000 years, how much we've gone from hunter-gatherers and building little straw and reed huts to living in skyscrapers and traveling to space and, you know, driving cars, things of that nature. So we're at -2 Celsius there. Got some bones. We finally got some flint cores in as well. Kind of got it cleaned up around the front of our pelt hut here. A lot of fur and stuff laying around. Had some pickaxes and stone axes laying around here. There's a little flint core right there. Let's go ahead and get that flint core over here as well. We'll set up a place for it. We'll put it back this way because that road or that pathway that comes into the village cuts right through here. So we'll just make it just that big. It doesn't need to be really extravagant. All right, we are setting on 40 reed. So hopefully Let's cap that off too on that flint core. We'll do about 50 of those too. We don't need to get crazy with it. Just don't want our people spending too much time gathering bones and flint core when they could be gathering other things or getting other things that we will need to survive and everything. People are still doing good. Everybody seems happy. Few people are hungry. Don't get that because we, like I said, we've got 14 dry fish, 3 mushroom, root, hazelnut. I mean, I know it's not that much of a balanced diet, but it's something. So no flax, no wheat, no beetroot, no pulses, but still in the midst of winter. So we're just gonna leave it going. Because I'm not sure exactly. I'm kind of idea of when we can gather flour up, but I'm not gonna take any chances and just have it gathered regardless. Just until we can find something to do with it, or we get the technology to use it. Start replanting. Looks like everyone's in the bed for the night. Let's check out our reed. Still only at 42. That's not good. Probably they'll start gathering up some more soon. Get that next hut built. I like the progress of the berries. That's a lot. We haven't seen that in a minute. Still have a little bit of meat out there. We're trying to gather up. Got 3 hunters. Let's check out what the hunters are actually hunting. Oh yes, they're getting bigger. That's good. That's good. Gatherers are still saying they cannot get any of these crops yet. Food says they can't get beetroots and pulse. Anything else out there that we don't have marked yet that we should probably throw in here to see if it comes up? Nope. No clams. No pine cone. Numbers are looking good. Our meat is increasing, which is good because that'll help with the food situation. They already got enough flint core fairly quickly, and they've already started making the spifus tool for cutting and cropping. So maybe that's going to unlock the ability for us to start cutting, like trench lines for crops. All right. 14 males, 21 females. We had 2 women pregnant, but one of them just gave birth. So we have 24 adults, 5 children, and 1 baby, 6 elderly. So 7 are idle, so that should be the 6 elderly and the 1 baby, of course. Well, we got a total of 36, so our population is slowly increasing too. From the mixture of just the families that are becoming a family, and as well as the migrants that we have coming in to join our tribe. Starting to get into dawn, so the sun will be rising soon. We are still in the winter. Only got 45. That might be have a lot to do with the reasoning for the not grabbing a lot of reed over the past couple of game days. It's because it is winter. Like I said couple of videos ago, there's going to be some things that get moved around eventually, just so we can open up some space and everything for our people to have living and of course farming areas as well. So that can all change up how we have the basic set up. Right now the basic for the housing is this is going to be our main little housing block right here starting off, and then we'll expand out as needed as we go. We got 100. I don't know why the rest of them have left. I don't like it when they leave out of that position. I mean, I can understand if there's nothing to hunt, but it was showing there was plenty to hunt there, so I don't understand why they didn't gather all that when they, stayed with that job. So they got some more reed that time around. So maybe the next day, as we are starting to slowly get out of winter. So next time comes up, we might take down these 2 huts and put that next reed hut up. Yeah, they're filling up. The smaller huts are not. The ones on the tree line are. These over here aren't. Maybe I should destroy these first and leave those last 2 on the end. Just grab these initial 3 right here. Alright, so these 2 are empty. What about the ones on this back side here? These all have somebody in them. think we'll probably start taking these out, because these were the first ones that we started repairing when they started getting older straw and everything on them anyway. We just repaired the ones on this back tree line back here. We'll start taking these out next, setting up more reed huts through here. So let's go ahead and start taking these two down. I do believe you get some of the supplies back from these. I'm not sure exactly what, but I think you get some supplies back. All right, so let's do another reed hut. I'm gonna spin it. So I don't know if we're gonna have enough stone right away, but that should give them enough time to also get in some more reed. It looks like I'm seeing people. Okay, yeah, they're over far down the river, or not far, but down the river now, grabbing reed, because this is all pretty much wiped out. That was right down this hillside. A couple people going that direction there. I don't know what they're off to, but they're heading that direction. Do need more stones, but of course every stone that we're getting, pretty much they're taking straight to the wall. Probably wasn't a wise idea to go ahead and completely set that up, but it's there now, so it'd be alright, I guess. How's that one set up? So the next one will be, and then we can pick the last one and turn it in. And once we get about 2-3 more of these built, we can go ahead and finish out taking these rest of these little small ones down, because the members will fit in these bigger huts. And if I can just hold out on, if I can do like 2-3 more of these huts, get rid of these little small straw huts, and I can save up the reed that we do get for one of the giant reed huts that we can start using as like a great hall, or like the main chamber for like the leaders of the tribe or whatever. Stone is pretty much all we really need. We almost have all the reed that we need. 29 fish dry, but we have no meat. What is going on with our hunter? Let's see. I don't know why it does that. It's crazy. Alright, so our hunters are starting to come back in. Food jumped back up to 10. So there's a reason why a few of them are. But it looks like they're just rotating jobs as pretty much as needed. I noticed that the craftsmen will pop in if their tools start to get low, and then the hunters will do the same thing. So kind of like fluctuates, I guess, in a way, which is not a bad thing. But wow, we got one person here that is 70. Our leader is 70 years old. Whoa, that's virtually unheard of back in those times. But pretty amazing nonetheless. Very amazing. What that means, that also means she's going to be passing away pretty soon, so we're going to have to get make sure we have enough grave sites for that. And of course, the lovely ring. Looks like they are repairing the big straw hut. I should not have let them do that, truthfully, but it's alright. I should have stopped it. I actually should have tore it down and put a reed hut there. Alright, so let's check out grave site situation back here. Looks like we have 3 open graves, so what do they got going? Okay, so the sticks are finally coming in for that house. The only thing we're missing is the rope being brought over, which we have enough. The reed being brought over, which we have enough. And the rest of the sticks. Probably knock that one down as well, which I'm going to, just because it's kind of off and out of the way. Might have a few people sleeping outside for a night, but it'll be okay. It's not raining anymore. There's that. So food, still it's still an issue. Got plenty of fish, just not all of it dried. Plenty of meat, not dried as well. And plenty of hazelnut, but we don't have much else in the way of food. Really nothing else in the way of food. Of course, they're still telling us that we can't gather. Where are we at? What month are we in? We're in March, and it's still saying winter, technically. So let's keep it going. till the next winter and see if it ever picks up any flower or anything like that we can start replanting to growing our own crops. All right, we can now create bone knives. So let's head over to our crafters and let them know that, hey, we need some bone knives. We're going to set that up to 10. It's going to take nothing but bone, and we've got 29. I think that'll help us out with the skinning of animals and things of that nature for getting meat and resources. So all the reed on the south part right here, the banks have been all cleared out. A guy here in the river fishing, one crossing the river, another one below us here, just crossing the river. So they're pretty much going all over on this side of the river as well, looking for supplies and resources. They got a nice little network paths and everything they're using. Somebody way down there. They were still repairing that straw hut. So we'll find out here in just a second how many people are actually sleeping outside, because it'll pop up. Yep, there's the housing. So 21% without housing. And that's partially due because I wiped out that extra little small hut here. This one's not finished in time like I thought it would be. And our big straw hut here is had little repairs that need to be done on it. We've got our first bone knife. Reed hut over here is still looking for another 33, which we do have. I just haven't brought it all over. Fireplace is an issue. Needs to be some repairs done on it, looks like. Pretty good. So everybody's moving on. We got the food's doing a little bit better. I would be happy if we had some more meat, but everything else looks like it's doing good. I think we finally got that other reed hut up. Housing is still saying 2% without housing. Straw hut is fixed too, is it not? Still 2% without housing. But we definitely need a lot more reed. Not every one of these is full up yet. These three pretty much are. Ona, our leader, 71. Alright folks, I want to thank you for stopping by and checking us out. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, ring that bell for notification. And like I said before, this is Panic and GreyWolfs Den, and we've been watching some more Ancient Cities.